Hello and welcome. We are jumping into Unit 7, Lesson 4. We're going to be digging deeper into using appropriate math tools. So today, the first thing we're going to jump into is looking at the place value chart. Your first number is the number 45. Please work with your learning coach in creating number 45. Pause and work with your learning coach. Your next problem is 456. The problem after that will be 98, and then 1,000. 1,000's a little different. We've never done 1,000. 1,000 looks like a little cube. So if you've ever seen a cube like a dice, the dice or a die, which is one singular dice. So you have, it looks like a little cube, like a Rubik's Cube or something along that line. So that is 1,000. In these other place values, there would be zeros because the zeros in this instance will stand as placeholders, just so we know that there's nothing in those place values. So pause, work with your learning coach on those 4 numerals. Go for it. Okay, moving on, you're going to jump into your spiral review. In this instance, you want to figure out how we're working on measurement. You're going to figure out how many cubes different objects are. Pause, work with your learning coach. Here is our share and solve. Which tools would you use to measure a length of a ribbon? Ultimately, what this comes down to is we're discussing, you're just going to sit and discuss what you would do in these different instances. Pause, work with your learning coach. Again, same thing. What would you do in these instances? Pause, work with your learning coach. Your guided instruction is talking about the cubes. You're trying to figure out how many cubes long certain things are. In this instance, you're going to try to decide, are you going to use cubes or are you going to use a string to figure out the different lengths of things? Pause, talk to your learning coach. Here we go again. You're going to circle whether you need cubes or strings. So there's a difference kind of thing. So if you are looking at, when you think of a string, it's something you would be doing like with a measuring tape that you would use when you're doing anything with fabric, or if you're measuring your body, say if you have like a weight loss journey you're on or weight gain, whichever the case may be, you have a measuring tape that has little numbers on it. So inches, centimeters, things like that. And you could use that in this instead of a string. So you have an option. So pause, work this out with your learning coach. Pause, work with your learning coach. Pause, work with your learning coach. Jumping into flexing your brain, pause. Again, we're talking about looking at the vocabulary word measurement or measure. So again, those vocabulary words are important because it will expand your child's vocabulary and give them a deeper understanding of not only math, but other things in the world. Pause, work with your learning coach. Last but not least, pause, work with your learning coach. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you